Good morning. Here we are in Arkansas, and we're going to attempt to do the Eagle Rock Loop Trail. It's about 26.8 miles. As you can see, it's pretty cold, pretty snowy, so not sure how this is going to go yet. But this consists of 3 trails that loop around, and we're parked back over there, so we're about to take off up here. Got my dog with me again, Jax, and the trail looks pretty snowy, so not sure how this is gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and take off and see what happens. Feels like it's about 25 degrees right now. I think it's supposed to get up to 35, close to 40, so hopefully the temperatures will start climbing soon, because it is really chilly out here today, and we're about 5 to 7 miles from the main road, so if it snows, we're definitely stuck back here. It was really snowy getting back here. Anyway, we're gonna take off down the trail, and we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we're a little ways down the trail, and just wanted to show you how nice it is back here. Some really good fall colors still happening here in Arkansas. Most of the leaves are gone up north in Missouri and Illinois, so this is really nice. You can see a lot of snow on the ground. The sun is out up there. We should come down here where we are. I can tell this is going to be a cold one today. And originally I had wanted to go counterclockwise, but I didn't see a trailhead, and this was right here, so I don't want to waste time looking for it. It's already 8 o'clock in the morning, and since we have about, well, I'll just call it 27 miles, it's 26.8, but want to make sure that we get at least halfway today, or I'm hoping to do 15 or 16 like I did on the Ozark Trail, and then the second day will just be 10 or 11 back to the car, so that won't be so bad. Anyway, really beautiful out here. So far we've been walking along this creek over here, and saw a few little waterfalls back there. Took a few pictures. Anyway, we're gonna keep on moving, and we'll see you down the trail. Alright, we're a couple miles down the trail, and kind of warming up a little bit out here. Still pretty chilly, but since we're moving, it certainly helps. And it is absolutely beautiful out here. Panning around so you can see. The colors are just amazing. I figured all the leaves were going to be gone. They were pretty much gone on the Ozark Trail, and that was a couple weeks ago, so I don't know. I didn't expect this. Fall colors are amazing. The way the light's coming through. The dog's having a great time. He is just going insane. But we're gonna keep on moving down the trail, and like I said earlier, I initially wanted to go the other way, but there's like 7 mountains that we're gonna cross tomorrow, which we were gonna do today. So I might not do too much filming today, because I want to make sure I have plenty of camera battery. I ordered a couple more batteries, but I don't have them with me, so I just have the one, and I don't want to run out like I did on the Ozark. But we're gonna keep on moving, and if we see something beautiful, or it's all pretty much beautiful, but if we see something worth filming, we'll stop. I'm taking a couple pictures, but look at these colors. Outstanding. It is chilly, but I'm glad we're doing this. This is a trail I've been wanting to do for a while, and I was on my way from St. Louis to Dallas, and just figured I'd come do this one real quick. So we're gonna keep on moving. Thanks for listening. All right, well, we finally came to our first creek crossing, and according to the map, there's going to be quite a few of these today. We're on the Little Missouri section of the trail, and there's one spot where I think we cross about 6, 7 times later on today. So here we go, first creek crossing. Really don't want to get wet. I do have some water shoes with me, but I'm hoping that I can do this without having to. This one I can, I'm sure, but I'm hoping that they're all this easy, because I'm sure this water's super duper cold. So anyway, here we go. You ready, boy? Can you do it? All right. Thanks for listening. Yeah, a couple miles down the trail, and it's been mostly all woods and ridges so far, but over the last half mile I've been coming to these really big green open patches. Really kind of cool looking. Breaks it up. All of a sudden, out of the blue, you're seeing all this. Let me slow down. I mean, you got mostly these beautiful trees. I don't know if you can hear the water running. There's a creek right over there. There's a crazy dog running up ahead. And then over here, just out of the blue, this is the second one I passed. The other one was probably twice as big as that one. And be a great place to see some deer. I know we're not going to see any today because the ground is pretty frozen and everything's crunch, you know, the snow. So I'm sure whatever's out here can hear us coming from a mile away, and he's just going absolutely nuts, running back and forth. So anyway, just another quick view over there. Snow-covered bank of the creek. Absolutely beautiful out here. Really glad we decided to do this. I was a little unsure this morning when we first got out of the car. It was pretty cold. I wasn't sure, but it's warmed up pretty nicely, and it's supposed to get warmer as the day goes on, so it's definitely worth doing. And tomorrow it might actually get up into the 50s, so if we can just make it through today, we're good. Anyway, beautiful area, really beautiful. This is, by the way, the Eagle Rock Loop Trail, kind of near Mena, Arkansas, in the Ouachita National Forest. And absolutely beautiful. 26.8 miles. And we're going to try to do a little more than half of it today. So we'll see you down the trail, and thanks for listening. Alright, we're probably about 4 or 5 miles down the trail, and I think this is about our 5th or 6th water crossing here. This one's a pretty wide one. I think we can make it across these rocks over here to my right, but I was just going to show you over there. Zoom in on that tree, those blazes on the tree. That's the trail over there. And we've been following these. There's usually a single white, but there have been a few doubles like that. And it is pretty well marked. I haven't had any trouble. Right at the very beginning of the trail, got a little bit turned around, but then quickly figured it out. So other than that, it's been pretty easy to follow. So we're gonna figure out a way to get across these rocks over here. And so far the dog's been pretty good at following me across, so he's doing great on his first real overnight hike with me. So anyway, we're gonna get across this and keep moving, so thanks for listening. All right, a couple miles down the trail we came to this pretty cool overlook. You can see down the Little Missouri River. Pretty neat down there. It looks like there's a campground on the other side. I'm not sure if this is the Albert Pike Overlook or what it's set up to be. They have a bench here and everything, so we must be really near the campground. And we crossed the river back there, and it was definitely the hardest one to cross. We had to walk about 100 yards up to find this place and kind of backtrack through the woods, but it was better than taking my shoes off because it's really cold, and I really am trying not to walk through the water and get my feet wet. Anyway, nice little overlook, and we're gonna keep moving down the trail. So we'll see you later. Thanks for listening. Say goodbye, pup. Alright, we're a little ways down the trail, and boy, the scenery has really just changed drastically. I'm gonna try to pan up real slow. You can see maybe through the trees, all of a sudden there are all these big giant boulders everywhere. And we came down to the river, sorry, so we could get a couple shots down here. And you can see all these boulders. And we've already crossed the creek several more times since the hard one back there. Anyway, this is just a really beautiful spot. We're about, I don't know, 20 feet down from the trail or so. It's kind of hard getting down here because it's so slippery, but so beautiful. Anyway, just wanted to show you how the landscape changed so suddenly. Haven't seen any of these giant boulders all day, so it's kind of cool. All right, we're gonna keep moving. We'll see you down the trail. All right, we're way down the trail now. We're over by Winding Stairs, or we just came through it. And we just did our first crossing where there was just no way. I had to take my shoes off, and man, it was so cold. The water was painful, but just when you get across, you walk across a kind of a rocky area, and then you have to cross again. So luckily I remembered that from reading about the trail. It said to keep your water shoes on, so I did, of course. And we are over here, so split in the trail right here. Let me get back up to the trail. Right here. And now there's yellow blazes that way, white that way, which is the way we just came from. So I'm assuming this is the Viles Branch Horse Trail. So we finally made it down there, and it's about 3.5 miles till we hit the Athens Big Fork Trail. So we're gonna keep heading this way, and it's getting kind of late. We may have about another hour, and we're gonna start looking for a campsite. There's actually a couple right in here that are really nice, but we're gonna try to get a little bit further down the trail, and hopefully we'll find a good campsite. We're supposed to be plenty of water, so not really worried about that. I got another leader a little ways back there before I knew we had to cross. The trail it's marked fairly well. We've gotten off trail, I'd say well, at least 3 times, and we probably spent, golly, 30 to 45 minutes backtracking, figuring out what's going on. So you gotta really be careful watching these blazes, and sometimes you just can't tell where it's going, and mostly I just kind of had a feeling that something wasn't right. I wasn't seeing any blazes, so I just backtracked until I got to the last one that I saw, and then I usually could figure it out from there. But anyway, we're gonna keep moving and find a campsite here in a little bit. You can see the sun gonna be going down soon, and I'm gonna keep moving, try to get the feeling back in my toes. So we'll see you at the campsite. So we're a little ways down the trail, and there's the river we just crossed. You can see the cool bluffs up there at the top. The trail's actually back over there, but I wanted to walk over here and see this pretty cool rock formation here. Looks pretty big. Like a cave over there. Be a bear hibernating in there. Anyway, we're gonna kind of climb around on these rocks for a second, even though we're really in a hurry. I hope there's nothing in there. Wow, that's really neat. Well, at least if you needed to, there's a shelter in there. That's awesome. Let's get up to the top here and we'll shoot both ways. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Pan around real slow. Beautiful area. Wish it wasn't getting dark. I'd probably spend a little more time checking it out, but we should probably get moving so we can find a campsite. I think it's supposed to get down to about 30, so I want to be set up before the sun goes down, and the trail's actually back over this way. Just kind of wanted to come check this out and getting some feeling. My toes feel good now. It didn't take too long once I put my socks on and started moving. But wow, I crossed by myself just to make sure we were going the right way. So I actually crossed and went back across, and then got my gear and stuff and the dog, and crossed again. And then, like I said, you walk about 20-30 feet and you have to cross another little one, which that one wasn't near as bad. I got to cross that in about 2 seconds, but the other one was about knee deep, and it was probably the hardest crossing yet. The rocks were real slippery on the bottom, so that didn't help. I almost busted it the first time across. So, and we're back to our trail, and we're gonna keep moving. Just wanted to show you that cool rock formation, and you got to figure out where the trail is going over here now. I don't really see it yet. Oh, I see it back there. Oh, that's neat. I really wish we could take more time over here because it is awesome looking. Okay, I see where it's going now. We need to go down here. At least this is a crossing that we'll be able to jump across. Poor dog was almost up to his neck. It was so deep. So, sorry about the sniffles. He must be really cold. Wow, that is awesome. The icicles up there. Really cool. Another cave back here. That is really neat. This would be a good place to camp. under the shelter. But we are going to keep moving. This is the first thing I've seen like this on the trail. This is really awesome. Anyway, we're going to keep moving. We got to get going. So thanks for listening, and hopefully next time we see you, we'll be at the campsite. Thanks for listening. All right, well, we made it to our campsite and got everything set up before the sun went down, and really nice little spot right by the creek. And he's already on his second bowl of dog food. Got the tent set up. Was hoping that we could build a fire, but everything is just too wet, so it's not going to happen. I was hoping to dry him off a little bit, but that's okay. I guess we'll do what we can. But I'm going to cook up some Mountain House now, and I don't even know how far we walked today. I haven't even looked at the map since I got here. We've just been setting everything up and hoping. We collected some firewood, hoping that we could build a fire, but no luck. I only tried for about 5 minutes, and it's getting dark, so I'm not going to mess with it anymore. And I usually don't like to build a fire, but it's kind of cold out, so, and he's still pretty wet, so I was hoping, you know, warm him up some. But I'll probably let him get in the tent with me, and you know, I think he'll be okay in there. And we got our backpack and food bag just hanging up over there. There was already a wire strung up here, so I just hung the stuff from it. I mean, don't think anything gonna get to it there. I mean, maybe a deer, but there's not gonna be any bears out this time of year, so not really worried about that. Anyway, sun is down, still a little daylight left, but we're definitely gonna call it a night here. And I think we made it a pretty good ways down that Viles Branch horse trail, so probably pretty soon in the morning we'll be hitting the Athens Big Fork branch, and that's about 6 or 7 miles, I think. I'm not sure, and it runs back into the Little Missouri Trail, and then a couple miles back to the car. And it's supposed to be warm tomorrow. It's pretty chilly right now, but it's gonna be a good night here. We had a couple more creek crossings where we had to take, I had to take my shoes off and actually hiked for about 20 minutes or so just with some Crocs on with wet feet. And it was a good thing, because just as I was about to put my shoes back on, we came to another crossing, and I would have just had to take them right back off. So anyway, we're gonna call it a night here, and we'll see you in the morning. Thanks for listening.